around Japan. Let me just... Sorry about this, guys. So I was here with Branch. I'm not too sure if he's back yet. But let's see. It looks like it's going to be a dry quali. So it'll be interesting to see what some of these guys can actually do in the quali session. Jamie Enright is currently on wets. Who have we got first out? We have got BMW. So BMW will be the first one to come out of the pits on the soft compound tyres. Just follow him around and see how he does. And there he is! Hey! I'm not alone. Are you with us, Branch? Oh, apparently it's going to be a wet race. So maybe Jamie is thinking about getting in that early practice on the wet tyres. Not too sure.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright, it's all good, bro.
One of my friends has my account, and he accidentally logged into my account, so it logged me out.
Oh, do you need another invite to the game? Okay, cool. There you go. Tell me if you get that.
Yep.
So we've got a full dry quali, it looks like, and then we've got a wet race.
Oh, okay, okay. That's pretty interesting. We didn't get any rain at all for Division 2 or Division 1.
Yeah. I was quite happy about that. This track in the wet is not a lot of fun.
It's very not. I did some practice, didn't go well. And, yeah. But I'm excited to see what these Division 3 guys are going to be able to do. I don't know how many of them are going to be able to set up their car for a wet weather race in qualifying. I don't know if any of them are going to try to do that.
Yeah, I always look at it like you go all out in the dry, you just have one setup and then you just wing it in the wet.
That's honestly not a terrible strategy, in my opinion.
Cool. So we've got BMW on this first lap. Looks like it's pretty neat and tidy through the S section. Coming up to the first sector split. Obviously he's going to be purple as he was the first one out of the pit lane. Doesn't take as much curb. Nearly a bit of a track extension there. Keeps the car nice and stable coming up to... I have no idea about any of these corner names. So...
Oh, I looked them up. I got you. This is the hairpin. I believe.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was in the name. But
I know this is Spoon. I think.
This is Spoon.
Okay, I got one corner name then. Is he going to use the curb? He misses the apex slightly.
Good use of the curb though, but down to third gear, that's really low.
Doesn't use much of the runoff from the curb on the right hand side. Let's see if he takes the shortest route through 130R.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to commit to that. It's a pretty good line. He used a little bit of curb.
Down to second gear. Yeah, could have taken a little bit more curb on the left. Probably just a little bit of a banker lap.
Yeah, just trying to get a good time in. And it's a solid time, 128.4. We'll probably see faster times than that, but it's a good banker.
So Pinky was the next one across the line. He's invalidated. And we got Dudsy coming up next on the soft tires. And then who's up behind him? That's a McLaren behind him of Zally, I think, maybe? Or maybe Matt.
Yeah. Oh, Matt's right behind him. So Dudsy crosses 130, Matt crosses 129. Interesting.
Lankavasco's fastest with a 127. There's a Div 1 driver for you.
Yep. Alright, I'm wondering how many of these people have weather setups, but Lankavas came in with a 127, so...
Yeah, I think he's just going to try and get it on pole, and we missed there, Shay's gone in a 28.0 on the mediums, so he's looking in a good position at the moment. Let's see if he decides to come out on another set of softs. We got Senna coming through the last chicane now, about to cross the line, doesn't take the shortest route, he's sticking to the left, a little bit strange. but he does 127.6, so good enough for P2 at this moment in time.
We also ran out of ERS at the end of that lap, so if he's able to save it a little bit for other laps, that's going to gain him heaps of time.
Yeah.
Something that you don't have to worry about in most tracks, but with Suzuka, just sometimes you do. Even in qualifying. So, we also missed One Blood, spun out and hit the wall during his lap, so he's now out of qualifying. I don't know if he did it on purpose or on accident.
I think One Blood must be... Sorry. I do that a lot, I just talk over to people, I can't help it.
No, it's fine. If you have something to say, talk over me by all means.
I'm just quite interested to see that Jamie hasn't come out of the pits yet. Is he that confident on those wet tyres, or...?
You know, I'm not really sure. There's actually a decent amount of people who have not come out of the pit yet. Lightning being one of them, although I think he might be trying to start at the back. But there's a few Division 3 drivers that haven't come out yet that I'm surprised haven't come out yet.
Well, we've got Chunders on the lap at the moment. Would you want to talk us through this one while I just go and get a drink quickly?
Sure. So, up through the second part of the S's, pretty good line. He's keeping tight to that right curve, probably took a little bit too much of it. Up through the Dunlop curve, coming down towards Degner. Pretty wide line, fairly committed, but he slowed down a lot for that. Lots of speed can be made up for there. Touches that curve on the inside, not a very good curve to touch. Down towards the hairpin, gets a little bit of curve there on the outside. Good line through the hairpin, fantastic line through the hairpin actually. He gets pretty good acceleration. That's gonna gain him a lot of time, I think. Down through 200R as I looked up, I believe that's what that turn name is. Through Spoon 1, takes a lot of curb, barely misses the curb on the outside. A really solid line through Spoon 2. That was a great lap so far. He goes down the back straight towards the corner. That's a straight 130R. Takes a little bit of grass in the entrance, but I don't think it matters too much. Down towards the Casio triangle. Oh, that was a great corner right there. I think he's going to have a really good lap coming right here. And he goes second fastest, a 127.5. Fantastic lap from Chunders there. I think he's got a lot more pace left in him.
Yeah, great lap from Chunders there.
Looks like Sparks. I don't think he's on his outlap. I think he actually just spun out and lost his lap, so he might be coming back into the pits to restart.
Yeah, hopefully we can see a good lap from the last week's winner, Sparks F1. Oh, and he's shortcutting the track. I'm gonna see if the stewards have something to say about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting line. I'll say that much. Pretty interesting line through Spoon.
Is anybody on the lap? No.
Doesn't look like it. There's a few on outlaps, but.
Let's see if Sparks decides to start a lap or he dives into the pits.
Jamie has just exited, by the way. I don't know if it says on your screen he's on wets, but he is on softs. So.
Yo, Jamie is out of the pits. Yeah, he is out on soft, so. Who is going to be the next across the line?
It looks like a lot of the guys that are out on the outlaps aren't using a fresh set of softs.
So Chunders has gone for another lap, actually, and he was 100th up through the middle sector. Does improve by 800ths, so he's now only 4 tenths away from Lankovas. So good lap from Chunders there.
He does improve his time, however, I feel like that might have been a little bit of a waste. It probably would have been smarter to just go in and get a fresh set of softs and wait for when the track is a little bit more ready for these kinds of tires, you know?
Maybe because it's a wet race, he's trying to not use all the sets of softs that he has straight away. Because if he's gone for the balanced, he's only going to have 3 sets. While most of these guys have already been in and they've come out, so they're going to burn through all their sets of softs just in case it goes dry at the very end of the race. Or as BMW's just invalidated, that's unfortunate there from him.
Yeah, I don't know if we got any weather reports on whether it's going to dry out at some point.
I think we can find out from some of the drivers maybe. Let's follow. So it's Jamie. Jamie's just started his lap, so let's go on board with Jamie and let's see how he does around Japan. Nice little tidy apex, and he runs out one and invalidates. Unfortunate. He's up 6 tenths in the first sector. So let's see where he can go. Coming up into the hairpin, very tidy.
Ooh,
doesn't touch the apex. Good traction out of that with the McLaren pop. Coming up the spoon now. Does he hug the inside? Sort of. Good braking, misses the apex. Good touch of curb, misses the other apex.
That's going to lose him a lot of time, I think.
Yeah, very costly round here.
Although to be fair, he did have a 1:30 for his first lap, so oh yeah, he's already more than a second under his time.
Good braking, hope he doesn't invalidate. Could have taken a little bit more curb. Short shift in the fourth has cost him a little bit of extra speed coming out of the corner. 28.7 does it. Good lap.
Good lap, good lap. Up into 6th now. Let's see, I think Jamie is on his lap down the back straight right now.
Yeah, he's invalidated, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Lankovas is in the final chicane, he's 400s up. Very tidy for the last chicane. But
he's lost it.
He's lost it and he dives into the pit straight away. Smart decision.
That was a good decision. Don't want to waste all that time going around again.
So Jamie is now on to his second run on these sets of tyres. Shea is backed out of his lap, so as Pinty is going slowly.
Oh, and Jamie is backed off of his lap again.
Oh, did he miss the corner? I've completely missed that, unfortunately.
It didn't even look like he missed the corner. It just kind of looked like he was mid-corner and just decided to back off.
What am I... So, Pinty was waiting for Dudsy and I think Ivan to go past. And then everyone's just stopped behind him and now they're forming a little train. This is interesting from Div 3. Maybe this is for slipstream for the medium driver for the Ferrari?
I mean, it's a decent strategy. I'm wondering if that's what they're doing. Dudsy gets out of the way for Ivan. Wondering if Pinty's going to try and get out of the way now. Alright, he does. Ivan's going to take the back straight, so they're spreading out a little bit.
So we got Senna currently on a lap. He is 6 tenths away from Lankovas, who is currently in P1. Coming up into Spoon. Is he going to hit the apex? Misses the apex, unfortunately. And the other one.
That's a much better team.
Yeah.
He got a little bit closer that second time, but still not getting the curb, and he seems to back off.
Everyone seems to be backing off. Sparks on a lap. Sparks is on a lap. Let's see where Sparks goes. Because I think Thunders is on an out lap.
Good through the Cassius triangle. Lost a little bit of traction there. Went just a little bit of a snap of oversteer. That's a solid lap.
Fastest.
First. 5 thousandths ahead of Lankovas.
Lankovas is going to have to put the work in if he wants to reclaim that pole position.
Let's see, I think Trunders is down.
Oh,
I believe he's on his lap.
So we got Ivan being the next driver to cross the line. It's not as hectic, Japan, with only 15 drivers, I think.
Yeah, it's fairly...
I felt Div 1 was really hectic to try and find some space.
Oh yeah, there was... I mean, yeah, yesterday in Div 1 there was so much just going on, so many people on the track at the same time. In fact, I remember that at one point there was like 6 or 7 people bunched up in the hairpin with like 2 or 3 minutes to go. Because they were all trying to get out of each other's way.
Everyone trying to find all that space. Ivan is purple through the middle sector, but there is to the people around him, and he is on the medium tyres. So has he looked at the weather report, or does he think it's still going to be a softer session? 28.8. Wow.
You're good on the medium tyre. If he goes for another lap on softs, he will obviously gain time. I don't know.
So Lankovas has been disqualified.
Huh. How does that happen?
I don't know.
Well, we're seeing some pretty interesting things from Division 3 so far. I've never seen anyone get disqualified from qualifying before.
Quinn, I think, got disqualified from the Britain Short event we did for facing the wrong way in the pit lane. I don't know how you do that. But...
yeah, I don't know how you do that either. I got disqualified from the Zandvoort race because I was spun out and then my car stopped. Like when I stopped spinning, I was on the pit lane entrance, so it disqualified me for blocking the pit lane.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I think we got a safety car from that. But we have currently got Matt Joe through the first sector. Rear end looks very unstable. Touches the curb. You don't want to touch. And he's lost it.
He's stayed out of the wall. We're on reduced damage, so I don't think he was going to lose out necessarily, but still a lost lap. I think BMW Oosterveer, excuse me, might be on his lap right now.
I think so. We'll find out when he goes through the sector. He's 700 up at the moment. Ooh, I hate that curve.
Almost lost it to Deg. Yeah. That curve is really, really dangerous. Good line through the hairpin.
Yeah, very nice line.
Didn't get a lot of chance.
Matt Joe 08. Matt J could have maybe put the power down, gave him a little bit of a toe.
Give him the old Valtteri.
We're losing people like flies in this lobby. 4 people are already out with 2 minutes left to go. Trunders is currently in the pit lane. Need to be. Is he backed out? Senna? Oh, BMW, sorry.
He's going pretty fast right now. He's under at least, so I think he's probably gonna try and finish this lap.
So Lightning was disqualified as well.
Lightning was disqualified.
Yeah, for parked in a dangerous location.
Yeah, he's parked at the top of the Dunlop curve.
So BMW does improve, and he's got improved by 1.5 tenths. Jamie looks like he's on a lap, and it's still, he's not red, he hasn't invalidated. Oh, that's very close at the exit of Degner 2 there. Coming up to the hairpin. Touches the inside curb. Yeah, this is just going to cost him on the exit. Coming up.
One thing we found out about Jamie today as well is that he uses the braking assist.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very great thing. And Shay's just set a lap actually. He's just improved by 7 tenths to put him into P2.
Wow. Great lap by Shay.
So Jamie, the only driver yet to set a lap. He was saying in the Discord that he was trying to do a last to first challenge. But I don't know how that will happen in the wet.
Oh, he took a really close line through there. Did he? Oh, he's definitely invalidated there.
Well, he hasn't.
He's gonna slow down now. Is he gonna go into the pits, or is he gonna start a new lap? He's gonna go.
He hasn't decided. And he's into the pits. So Sparks invalidated on his final run. Shay's binned it into a wall. So as he's currently on a lap, and fucking Shay's car was just parked in the middle of the track. I'm gonna see some stewards later for that.
Yeah.
Is anybody else on a lap? So
Webbo's gonna text me in a second and be like, calm Pricey down.
You're not allowed to swear?
I would assume so. He's never done it before. I've never done it before. It's not necessarily that it's wrong, but yeah. I assume that Webbo likes to keep it professional. Oh, and Dudsy, if he was on a lap, just spun out.
Well, he hit the back of Shay's car that was just parked on the way out at the end of Sector 1, so...
Well, I believe that's probably the end of our session. I don't know if BMW looks like he might be on a lap right now. He's up on his time. Almost loses it on that curb again. Him and Matt actually are the two still on laps. Oh, never mind. Matt's 11 seconds up on his time.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be improving. He'll need like a rocket ship to improve that time.
Yep.
Is he gonna? I think he's got enough fuel to cross the line, BMW. He needs 8 tenths to get onto the 4th place, 2nd row of the grid.
Let's see, we'll see where he is when he crosses the Sector 2 line. He was slow through Sector 1 with the other lap first, and then, but he's up still, so he might not even improve.
So it's all down to the last chicane. Can he nail it? Doesn't take as much curb as he likes. Ooh. Up to the lines. You will really want to stick to the right-hand side as much as you can, and he doesn't improve, unfortunately. So I think that will be the end of qualifying because Matt is 17 seconds up on his time.
Yeah, so looks like at the end of qualifying... Oh, there goes my list. We'll wait a second.
So, Branch, would you like to run us through the starting order for the Japanese Grand Prix?
So, winner of the last Division 3 race, Sparks, gets pole this time, 3/10 up on Shea, followed by Trunders, Senna, BMW, Max, Dudsy, Ivan, Zali? Is that how you say his name? And
Yeah.
Pinty for the people who set times. Jamie did not set a time, neither did One Blood or Diddle, and then Lenkovas and Lightning were both disqualified. So that rounds out our qualifying, and if our drivers are correct, we will see some rain here in a second.
I'm hoping for like full wets, like extreme
That
weather
would be pretty
tyres.
interesting.
I think I did a practice race with Sparks earlier, and it was intermediates. Was not the best fun. On like 2 wings, I was losing the rip.
That looks pretty heavy.
Oh, I'm full wets. It is. I wouldn't suggest driving enters in this condition.
Yeah, this looks way too heavy.
Oh, so we got 27 laps, I think it was. I can't remember the race yesterday. Yeah, 27 laps ahead of us. Full wets. I think you can. You don't need to stop on wets if you're really careful with the tires. But I think you lose heaps of time.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
it'll be interesting to see, man, if people actually decide to pit. And if we get any safety cars, warming up tyres in the wet is not a lot of fun.
It's definitely not a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very hard to do as well, I think.
So it looks like, I think they're all driving full wets right now.
Yeah, they're all on the full wet tyres.
So now, with this happening, we are in Division 3. How many people do you think make it to the starting grid?
How many? Oh, that was nearly one then.
Jeez, that's gotta be they gotta be careful right there. And yep, there they go. Kicked out of the formation.
Are they kicked out already?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It'll still allow them to start on the grid, I believe, but yeah, they've already been kicked out.
So how has BMW been kicked out? But nobody.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He might have cut a corner, maybe. I don't know how you can disqualify yourself from the formation lap. I've only ever seen people run into each other and cause it like that. Aside from the two at the front, it looks like they're staying fairly away from each other.
Yeah, so it's Trunders currently leading the field. 3 people have been disqualified from the formation lap. I don't know how hard it is to just stay away from people. Zali is currently off the track.
Wow.
And so is Lightning. And Lankovas has spun it. And Lightning and Lankovas are out as well.
Wow. Jeez.
I thought these Div 1 boys would be careful.
Yeah, what's going on with the Div 1 boys in the back? Come on, guys. Diddle's still there, although he's Division 2. Pinty is spun. And if this is any indication of what the race is going to be like, it's going to be carnage.
I'm going to say we're only going to have 8 finishers.
8 finishers? That's probably a really good estimation.
I would say we'd get red flagged if we only have 3 drivers. That's something they need to bring back for next year. They need to bring back red flags.
Yeah, I would like to see some red flags in this game. There just aren't enough, or there aren't any really.
I think Baku, if you put without ghosting, it's impossible to get through the castle section if somebody's crashed into the castle wall.
Yeah. It's got to be added at some point. Trunders almost spun himself out at the end of that formation lap there.
So good thing that AI has now taken control, because Matt and Senna look like they're getting very cozy together.
Alright, so those who were disqualified already sitting on the grid.
With those freezing cold tyres, I think Trunders is in the prime position to get P1 into turn 1.
We must remember that the 2 leaders now, because they were disqualified, are going to have absolutely freezing cold tires.
So the predicted strategy is a 1-stop apparently, or a 2-stop. I think most people might go for that 1-stop.
Yeah, I don't expect too many 2-stops.
Look at these camera angles. There we go. So can't see the lights.
5
5 lights. And away we go in Japan for Division 3. Trunders looks like he's got an amazing start down the inside.
Oh, some people already in the grass. There's a
three wide.
There's a lot of
3 wide into one. Sparks takes the lead.
There's people in the gravel already. Senna's lost a lot of positions. They're battling at the back.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
My goodness.
3 wide into the first SS section. Oh god, boys, keep it clean, please.
Wow, I'm surprised there hasn't been any major spins yet. This is incredible, actually. Jamie and Dudsy are touching all the way through that corner. This is unbelievable. No one has any traction whatsoever.
3 wide coming up the hill into the end of the sector 1. Oh god, boys. Dudsy is all over the back of Senna right now, along with Jamie, who's made an amazing start actually from P12 I think on the grid, now up into 8.
Wow. Yeah, he's had a great start.
Got Dittle all over the back of Matt as well. We'll see if Dittle can make a move up into Spoon, or maybe into 130R.
Are pulling away slightly, although Shea
there's that contact in the back. Lightning has spun Pinty round, I believe. So Pinty losing out there.
Does he have damage? It does not look like it. Does Pinty have damage is the question. He's still trying to get his car going straight.
So he's missing one left-hand side end plate, it looks like.
So he's probably going to have to end up hitting. Sometimes you can live without those end plates, but in full wet conditions, I think it's absolutely impossible to try and do something like that.
So coming to complete lap 1, we have Sparks still in the lead from Trunders, Shea, Matt, Dittle Lick, BMW, Zally, Jamie, Senna. Or as Dittle lost it, was Dittle in the pits?
No, I think this happens every race. There's just always a glitch where they just move people around.
Oh.
Yeah, so Sparks is still in the lead, but it shows him in 4th. It'll get fixed this thing. I don't know why it does that. But, yeah.
Lightning seems to go very wide in turn 1. It's a little snap of oversteer. Lankovas is all over his heels right now.
Oh, Lightning had a big snap of oversteer. He almost lost it. Pinty's got a 5-second penalty for trying to get into the pit lane. Probably did not expect to have to slow down as much as he did. I see a lot of people in the grass right now. Ooh, jeez.
So it's very exciting. So I think we've still got Sparks in the lead.
Yeah, he is starting to pull away from Trunders now.
So let's see if maybe Shea and Trunders can maybe do something and claw back up to the front of him.
Dittle makes a pass on that.
Oh, great pass by Dittle.
Matt kind of lost traction there, and Dittle did not have to worry about it. Took advantage of it.
Oh, as we've got Pinty currently off in turn 1.
Oh, Matt is spun! He's in the wall! Dropping all the way back now. I don't know if there was contact. But he is now down into 14th. And I saw some pieces of his front wing fly off. He's missing at least one end plate. And that's going to put a massive damper on. He has a lot more damage to his front wing, so he's going to definitely have to come in now.
So Pinty seems to be struggling quite a bit with the extreme wet tyres. Sparks comes across the line with the fastest lap of the race so far of 1:44.6. We've got one blad all over the back of Dudsy right now. Can he make a move going into turn 1? Obviously, with the wet weather tyres, you gain back ERS ridiculously fast, so I'd be burning it everywhere if I was these guys.
Absolutely. You could pretty much use it all every single lap and still be fairly certain that you'll last to the end of the race.
Jamie's gone down the inside of BMW into turn 1.
He is really, really pulling it together right now.
As we've got Lancaster and Lightning going side by side through the center. Is it center S's, I think? Or the S's?
I think it's just the S's.
As I think we've got Pinty off the track again. Oh, they're still side by side. Oh, this is great racing from the two Div 1 drivers.
Goodness. That is, I can't even go side by side with most people through the SS section when it's completely dry and it's full wet conditions, and they are out there confidently racing side by side. Fantastic racing by those Div 1 drivers.
Hats off to them. So we've currently got Pinty, who is 1 minute 7 seconds behind. Let's see if there's a safety car. As I think we've had Lightning. Lightning's lost it through the hairpin. Oh, Lightning.
Jeez, I don't know if there's contact. It looked like he might have just he might have just lost traction because of the wet weather.
Right, that is a pain. As it, we got Shea currently all over the back of Trunders. Is he going to make a move into the final chicane? Maybe a little bit too far back to go for a dive here. Yeah.
The braking, oh, he's right on the back. Trunders is not going through there very quickly. No one has traction.
Everyone looks like they're really struggling in these wet weather conditions. Sparks has now pulled a gap for 4 seconds in 4 laps. 3 laps,
He is
sorry.
absolutely pulling away.
So his tyres, he might be using his tyres a little bit more than everyone else currently at the moment. Oh. Is Pinty off the track?
Flags are coming from.
So Pinty's just lost it again as he's coming up to get lapped by Sparks.
Oh, Trunders is
oh no!
The man in second place, down in 6th already.
Was there a little tap from Shea?
There might have been a little bit of a tap there, and not only that, but now that puts Spark 5 seconds into the lead. Trunders all the way down in 11th now.
Let's see if Shea can do something about making that gap as Pinty spun it again. Yeah, I don't think he is enjoying this.
Struggling.
As Ivan has got past Trunders as well. God, it's a great battle for 6th position. We've got BMW, Senna, Dudsy, and one blood going round the outside.
Wow. So the one of the server mods, Dudsy, I believe he's a steward, down into 9th place.
I'm not a really big fan of these camera angles, to be fair.
Yeah, some of the camera angles that they have in the game are just not that great. But you know, I tend to stick to more of the onboards a lot.
Yeah.
Because you get, especially with the close battles. Lankovos is right on the back of Dudsy now. Bit of a train forming behind Senna. Or behind BMW, maybe? Yeah, I think so.
I think the main thing is trying to get past BMW as quickly as possible because he is currently losing heaps and heaps of time to Jamie, and I never thought I would say those words in my mouth. As Lankovas goes down the inside of Dudsy. So, I don't know if that was tactical, as we've had the first retirement. Yeah, so Pinty has retired from the race. That's really unfortunate to see after his accident or incident on lap 1.
Alright, so first retirement, I think he must have retired in the pits, or I think he might have a safety car.
No, he is currently in the pits, but I think his Mercedes team have released the car and he might be coming out on track.
Well,
you love this game.
Well,
so
Jamie up into 5th now. He has had an absolutely amazing start.
He's got yellow flags in Sector 1 for Pinty's car. Let's see if Jamie can make the move. Oh, and he's lost it out of the hairpin on the traction.
No.
Oh, and he's reversing onto the racing line. That is not what you want to see. So after all that hard work at the start, Jamie has now fallen down into 9th, and I think Dudsy is now going to be trying to get past as quickly as possible.
Oh, Dudsy on the grass almost lost it there. Yeah, he's trying to get past him now. Jamie with a really unfortunate spin. He was racing so well up to that point.
So
Trunders back up into 12th.
Yeah, so Lightning's had a little moment. One Blood is catching up to Senna. It seems like Sparks is sort of in a league of his own at the moment.
Yeah,
and then
he's really not even worried about this.
Then there's Shea and Dittle like fighting it together. As I think there's a move going into turn 1. Dittle is all over the back of him. And then there's sort of 2 gaps. There's sort of Zally who's 5 seconds behind, and then BMW who's another 5 seconds.
Yeah, there was a lot of battling going on that first lap, and it created a lot of different gaps, and since then they have just not been able to close them up, and I think Sparks is just going to keep going ahead unless we see a safety car.
Yeah, I think
it's still battling for second right now, and we also don't have any penalties yet, which I'm extremely surprised about.
I think just because you're in the wet and it's a lot slower speed, you're probably going to find people are probably a little bit more cautious.
Yeah. There's still that train going in the midfield right now. No one's really passed anyone yet, but they're keeping with each other. Very close as well, going into the hairpin. I wouldn't be surprised to see a move here. One Blood He had the inside, but Senna closed it off.
Oh, there's a lot of fighting going on. Jamie,
Goodness.
One Blood, Lankaras, Dudzy. Oh.
The entire field is here.
We got a yellow flag. Is it? It's lightning.
I believe it was lightning, yeah. No damage still. He is really struggling. I don't know if he's just struggling to get past some of these Div 3 drivers, but he's been in the back the whole race and just not been able to get his car under him.
As we've got Lankaras, looks like Lankaras is going round the outside of Jamie into 130R. Little bit of a glove tap. Oh. Surprise. Oh, and Jamie misses the braking zone completely. This is a great camera angle, actually. As we've got a yellow flag. I think that's lightning.
Oh, lightning's out! Into the wall! Is that going to be a safety car?
Yeah. Oh, VSC.
Alright, so everyone, it seems, has already passed the pit entrance, so we won't see any pitters, I believe.
No, I think the only person that maybe could profit from it pitting would be Matt, but he is 40 seconds behind at the moment, which is a real shame. But it is amazing to see we have got 5th to 12th, it looks like, all separated by about 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Oh, Shay's got a drive through.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that is painful. I think BMW did as well. Yeah, BMW's got a drive through as well. Oh, that is not what you want to see.
That's going to cause a lot of problems.
All the action's happening. Senna's went wide out of Degner 1. Costed, or impeded One Blood, and then impeded Jamie as well.
Oh man, there's a lot of great battling going on in this race.
Bro, there's so much battling, I don't know where to look, bro.
Division 3 drivers, you know, we don't expect them to be fantastic, but right now they are putting on a show in the midfield.
I think the AlphaTauris have just made a switcheroo. Because
inside of BMW, my goodness, that was dangerous. And Jamie taps One Blood. He spins a bit. Jamie's passed now. I don't know if he's gonna have to give that position back. They're battling as One Blood might have almost spun again. Jeez.
I think One Blood's got loads more ERS, so is One Blood gonna go for a move? Come on, camera.
He's right around him again.
Says he's passed him. Oh yeah, he's passed him into 130R. Great move from One Blood to recover from that.
Shay is coming to serve his drive-through penalty. We'll see what that brings him out. He's going to lose a lot of positions here. The entire midfield is right next to each other, going through the pits right now.
Or as Jamie dives into the pits with Lankaras.
Oh, a lot of people are diving in. What is going on here?
Maybe,
I'm surprised about this.
Yeah, maybe their tires are just not as good as what they thought. And like, maybe going for the 2-stop might be the smarter option.
I'm also wondering
so we've got
if
One Blood and Shay side by side, I think. Or it's BMW.
Oh,
it's BMW.
He closes him out. Oh, well, BMW's still on him though, but he lost a little bit there.
Should he open up the
chance?
Oh my god!
Oh, he's right on the back of him. Shay wants to get around at all costs. He wants to get his position back after that drive-through penalty. I'm not sure how he got it, but he only fell back into 7th now, so that's not. He's still in the points positions.
BMW's lost it! Oh no!
Oh no! He's gonna lose all the way out to 9th. Dudzy may be able to make a move. No, Dudzy slows down. Trunders is right on Ivan now. He's gotten all the way back up to 8th after falling back to 13th after his spin early on in the race.
Great battle.
Yeah, I'm wondering when BMW is gonna try and take his drive-through. He was in 5th or 6th earlier, now he's all the way down to 9th, so that's really hurt him. Had he taken it earlier, it probably wouldn't have done that much damage, but now he's going to be at the back of the field.
Yeah, I think when he let his teammate through, I think the smart decision was probably to dive into the pits then, to serve his drive-through. Because now he's just hampering his own race, as I think Dittle is actually closing the gap. 2 spots.
He is closing the gap. Wow.
So he was at 5 seconds, now it's down to 4. He is pulling away from Zali as BMW dives into the pits to serve his drive-through.
There we go. So the midfield has spread out a bit now after that 5-6 lap carnage that resulted in a lot of spins.
It will be interesting to see whether Lankaras and Jamie dive into the pits early gets a massive undercut on everyone else, but I'm presuming they're going to have to pit again.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on if this dries out at the end of the race. It's still...
Ivan's gone wide.
Ivan.
Is the select Trunders by?
Yeah, if it dries out at the end of the race, then that strategy of coming in really early is probably not going to help them. I think they might be able to last on those tires, but they're going to really have to watch them.
I think pitting on lap... Well, when did they pit? Lap 8? I think...
Lap 8, I believe.
Yeah, I think that around like 60-50% the wets go off like extremely badly.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see anything like we saw in Turkey last year, where the wets turned into dries and they turned into a better dry compound.
Unfortunately, I don't think F1 2020 has that ability. Would be cool, but alright, field's starting to spread out a bit, and as we get a chance to breathe, we can just kind of assess the situation here.
Dittel's closed in by 1.5 seconds on that lap.
Right.
And he can see him now in his sights.
I wonder if Spark has just been absolutely tearing up his tires.
He doesn't look like he's been using ERS, which I find quite strange.
Maybe he's trying to save it, but at the end of the day, I would still be using it. Yeah, he's still on 100%.
Like, Dittel was on 20% through turn 1. I'd probably see him up to like 40 or 50 if he doesn't use it this lap.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a mean question to ask, but does Spark know how to use ERS?
Don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
He has currently got 17.5 laps of fuel left, so he's very on the close point in terms of fuel. We've got One Blood is the closest battle, it looks like, as well as Duds here. I think One Blood needs to get past ASAP. Has Dudsy gone for a move? Ivan's gone off, it looks like. Was there contact? We'll have to see in the stewards later.
Lankovas set a fastest time of a 1:42.5. The next fastest time was a 1:43.2. So he is far and ahead the fastest man on track right now. It just depends on if he's able to catch up to people.
Well, I think he is closing. I think he was 13 seconds behind, maybe. I might be wrong.
He was pretty far back, so he's already closing up. So if he's able to take those tires to the end, we'll see. As Jamie makes a pass on BMW, they're side by side right now. Jamie completes the pass up into 11th.
As we've got One Blood currently all over the back of Senna. Is Senna going to dive into the pits, maybe? No, he continues on. So I think all these people are going for that one stop. It has closed the gap a little bit more by 3 tenths.
Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if Jamie and Lankovas are possibly going for a 2-stop.
As Trunders dives into the pits.
I wouldn't be expected to see a 2-stop, but it's not out of the cards.
Lankovas going even quicker, so Trunders is in the pits and he's had a little bit of damage. That's really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that's going to be...
As BMW's into the pits.
Let's see.
So I think that was Trunders' first pit stop.
Yes. He drops down into 11th now as BMW also dives into the pits, I believe, for a wing. Yeah, he's getting a wing change as well. So Diddle now only 1.8 back. Sparks.
As Dudsy gets a 3-second time penalty, so I think that's the first corner cut and punting. As One Blood has tapped the back of Senna, really unfortunate. As he's trying to get past now, it doesn't look like Senna. As Shay's got past both of them.
Wow.
So while them two were squabbling, taking advantage of other people's battles.
You know, he had that spin early on in the race. He's already up into 4th without making a stop, so he is essentially just put himself right back into the position he was in earlier.
Yeah, so that drive-through penalty that he got earlier didn't seem to affect him at all, as it looks like Senna is squeezing One Blood quite a bit.
Oh,
gets
almost
the move
off
round the
track.
outside. Oh, they're both into the wall!
Oh, they're both out!
Oh no!
Oh,
this is
that has to
reduced
be a
damage.
safety car. That has to be a safety car.
So One Blood has continued on.
Oh, he did. I thought he was out. My goodness.
So Senna is out the race.
One Blood is into the pits now.
Sector
No
3 yellow
safety
flag.
car.
because it's on reduced damage, I think you don't get the higher chance of it, but he is in quite a dangerous position.
Oh, there it
Safety
is!
car!
Wow, it took a while for that to come out, and that's gonna bunch up the field, my goodness.
Oh, Ivan's gone on to the inters. I think it's a really brave call, or I think it's still way too wet though.
Yeah, he might struggle with those. I guess we'll find out. And One Blood is retired. He decided he was done with it. So that is 4 retirees already in this race.
4 more to go.
Oh,
so let's see how
Trunders.
Ivan does.
Ivan came out of the pits and Trunders went right past him. I don't know if he's gonna have to give that position back.
No, I don't think you do. It's at the end of the pit line.
Ah,
Or the
okay,
pit
so
exit line. So Trunders will keep that position.
Good job.
So are we going to see the top guys into the pits? I'm guessing so.
I would assume so, yes.
So
one thing
Sparks,
that I did notice.
Yeah, sorry.
Diddle was less than a second behind Sparks when that safety car came out. So he might be pretty frustrated that he's going to have to wait a little bit longer to make that move. Sparks coming around the final corner now. He's into the pits.
Sparks in.
Diddle
Get to win as well. I expect everyone to pit. I think, like, not to pit now would be suicide on the restart.
You gotta think now, Lankovas is in a fantastic position.
Yeah, I think you get 3 sets of wets. It's up to him. He's got a gap to Trunders. It depends if he can get in and out and get a new set of wet tyres on. Shay's in. If I was Lankovas, I would probably pit. Shay's got 5 seconds of spinning in the pit lane. That is not good.
Geez. Yeah, you gotta watch out. We talked about that yesterday in Division 1 race because there was a few penalties like that. It's just and Dudsy gets it as well.
So Dudsy's in.
Watch out.
Lankovas continues. Yeah, it's very short entrance.
The Lankovas up into 4th now.
So all that hard work that Sparks did at the beginning, with Diddle closing behind him, he's going to have to redo all of it with a fast Diddle behind him.
Yeah, it seems like Diddle is the faster driver of the two now. It just depends on if Sparks can be defensive without pushing people off the track.
So it doesn't look like Dudsy will get passed by Trunders coming out the pit lane. Ivan's still on the inters, but it is behind a safety car. Look, he's got no grip at all.
Yeah, he has no grip. He is not. That did not look like the good tire choice. Maybe I'm wondering if his engineer told him to do that, or if that was part of his strategy.
Maybe it is gonna stop. Maybe it'll start drying up soon. I have just had a message from Lightning that he spun at 130 arm, and it ripped his suspension off.
Wow.
So not great then from the Div 1 driver.
Yeah, he had a rough race. Oh, wow! Zali almost went into the back of Diddle there and gave them both penalties.
So if they don't pit again, they can get it removed, I believe. But if they do pit again, that's it.
Yeah. So I guess that just leads them to that they have to make a decision. Is that pit worth it? You know, and that fully depends on how long it takes the safety car, because they're going to go around at least one more time, as everyone is still trying to catch up. B&W and Matt are very far back.
Yeah, it
so
depends
if they don't catch
on.
Up soon,
Yeah, it'll all depend. If Matt is smart with it, I would take as long as possible to catch up, because while you're in, as he's got a 3-second time penalty, that's not great. Because while everyone else is sat behind the safety car doing slow speeds, you can keep your tyres nice and warm. You want to try and catch them right at the last moment if you're in last.
So let's see. They just went across the finish line on the first corner now. Sparks is right on the back of the safety car. He's ready to go.
So Ivan stayed out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's hoping that it'll clear up with it, but it just looks like the rain is getting heavier, if anything. I can't imagine that the inters are going to be the better tire here.
Right, while you're on board with like Zali, while he's behind Dittle, there's like no visibility, and the inters will not be great, as Dudsy's got a 5-second penalty for hitting Shay.
Yeah. Jeez, if they needed any more help with that. I don't know if Shea got one as well. I'll check the penalties. No, he didn't. Dudsy has 13 seconds of penalties right now.
So, that's really unfortunate. Are a couple of people in the AI, but I think it's all good in this league. As
keeping AI under the safety car, not a terrible idea. Just making sure you don't make any mistakes.
Just gonna have freezing cold tyres though, if the safety car's in this lap. Matt has still got 14 seconds to close up, but he will be doing it at a different rate of knots compared to these.
And BMW has essentially caught up to the back of Jamie now. And I don't know how close they have to be to trigger the safety car to start.
I think
to enter the pits.
I think it's either going to be this lap or it's going to be next lap. I think how quickly Matt can close up. Or if Sparks really wants to get underway, he's on the back of the safety car, like Lewis Hamilton, telling him to speed up.
Matt's still 15 seconds behind. But he should be catching up a bit quicker now that BMW has already caught up to the back of Jamie.
There shouldn't be any delta. Well, the safety car did come in at the last moment before Div 2, right on the edge of this corner. So let's go on board with Sparks and see if the safety car lights do come out. And no, it's going to be one more lap behind the safety car. So is Ivan going to come into the pits? Is he? And he does. Makes the right decision. Get slowed down.
Yeah, that is the right decision. Unfortunately, he could have just put those wet tires on in the first place, but it's a good idea to go ahead and replace them now.
So everyone in the top 10 are on either 1 lap, 2 lap or 3 lap odd wets, compared to Lankavas who's on 6 lap odds. So the tyre advantage around him for Lankavas is going to be massive. But let's see if he can hold on for another 12 laps. If he can, it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, he's already at the tire disadvantage, and it's only going to get worse for him. Obviously, these extra laps under the safety car are only benefiting him, but I don't know how much they can benefit him at the end of the day. He's going to end up driving 20 laps on those tires.
Yeah, it's going to be a real struggle for him towards the end. I'm going to say the safety car restart might be quite messy.
Yeah, Division 1, I believe, had 2 yesterday, and they were fairly good aside from, I think, the second one. The Ferraris took each other out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Branch.
You know what I just realized? I didn't even realize that you were one of them. I'm so sorry.
Well, we'll skip over that subject, as I've looked at the footage, and it wasn't my fault, and it just happened, and it's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I completely forgot that was you.
No, it's all good, man. But
here we go.
Are we gonna get this lap?
I believe so. Ivan is caught up to the back of Matt now, so the safety car should go in this lap. Leave us with just about 12 laps of racing.
So the light should go out any second now, and they're out.
There we go.
Sparks is now controlling the pace. Let's go on board with Dittle to see when he goes. Oh, as Shay's hit the back of Lankavas!
Everyone's running into each other now. Jeez, that was not good. Everyone just ran into the back of each other there.
Do you want to do the restart?
I will do the restart, yes. So Sparks has not left yet. He's still keeping Dittle behind him. He is gone now. So he can't slow down and go again. He's lost a bit of traction. Dittle's going to make the move! I think he made it before the start-finish line. I don't know if that's legal. And he's given the position back. So yeah, I think he passed just a little bit too early. Had to give the position back. Sparks goes a bit wide. Dittle staying fairly close. And he's lost a bit of traction there. So Sparks starting to pull away a little bit. But we do know Dittle is pretty quick. He's one of the top Division 2 drivers. Going up against one of the top Division 3 drivers.
He is very quick around here. I have practiced with him, and he is rapid, I believe. So,
if I remember correctly, he got pole and won the Division 2 race here on Friday.
Yeah, so it's in the back of his head that he is pretty quick. Just out of interest, on the restart, did Sparks like speed up and slow down?
No, I think what happened actually is he sped up and then lost traction. So Diddle tried to make a pass, but Sparks lost traction so early that when Diddle passed him, they hadn't reached the start-finish line yet. So Diddle had to give the position back.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. So, looking at the current penalty situation, so we've got Sparks and Diddle on none, we've got Zally on 5, Lankavas on 5, Dudsy on 13, BMW on 3, Matt on 3, and Shay on 5 still. Really unfortunate.
So I think Shay must have spun out when that collision happened. I think what happened was that when they slowed down, Zally and Lankavas weren't expecting it. They ran into the back of each other, Shay then ran into the back of them. Oh my goodness, Diddle's right on the back of Sparks now. And you can tell Diddle seems to have the pace over Sparks throughout the entire lap. He's right on the back of him. Running out of ERS there, and he's going to lose a little bit of time from that, I think.
So Sparks is still not using ERS?
It's interesting. I don't know.
Oh, Lankavas is in the pit serving as penalty and getting a new wing. So Shay actually came into the pits, changed his wing, and served as penalty as well, same as what Lankavas is doing. So, really unfortunate.
Oh, Sparks is almost spun there! Oh, jeez. It looked like Sparks was about to lose the lead, but he was able to hold on to it just enough to keep Diddle behind.
10 laps to go, and it's all heating up here in Division 3. If you're in the chat, tell us who you think is going to win the race.
Oh, Diddle's right on the back of Sparks now. He might try to make a move into the hairpin. He does on the... Oh, no, he's not. He's backed off. I thought he was going to go down the inside, but he gave the space.
Looked like he was going to make that move. Oh, really struggling under traction.
Yeah, Sparks seems to be stronger getting out of the corner, whereas Diddle is a lot stronger going into the corner. It's hurting Diddle in terms of straight line speed. He's not able to quite keep up with Sparks.
Yeah, I also think like Sparks not using any ERS. Has he not got the button mapped, or?
Oh, he's using it right. I just saw him turn it on for half a second and then turn it back off, so he is using it. Oh, but Diddle's right on the outside, going through Casio. He's still there. They're leaving space. A little bit of a tap, and Sparks holds on to the lead. Fantastic defending right there.
So all this fighting is just bringing Zally into the play. So are we going to see a move into turn 1?
No, Diddle stays behind him, but Zally is catching, although he does have a 5-second penalty, so he will have to pull a bit of a gap if he wants to even have a chance at winning. Not too much battling going on at this restart here.
No, the gap seemed to have like opened up already. We've already got 5 seconds between Zally and Dudsy, and then we've got 1 second, 3 tenths, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then obviously we got Lankavas and Shay at the back. So
yeah, I mean,
trudges it into the grass, and Jamie's all over the back of him, going through Degner 1.
Jamie making two of the non-penalty drivers so far. But Jamie lost a little bit of traction there. He's not going to be able to keep up the Trunders going into the hairpin.
Yeah, it's the full traction in the wet does hamper you quite a lot.
Oh, Diddle lost it! He's in the wall! I don't know if he got any damage from that. He lost an end plate, and now Zali's right on the back of him.
Oh, that's really hurt Diddle in this race. Zally...
And if anyone was going to challenge Sparks, I think they've just lost their chance.
Yeah, I think...
Even if Zally is able to catch up, he still has to pull away by 5 seconds, and not only that, but he has to get past Diddle first, who is holding him back and just slowing him down.
Yeah, that damage to the front wing is really going to cost him, as he's now finally got a 3-second time penalty. Is he going to continue? He's continuing. Oh, this is going to cost him loads and loads of time to Sparks. Come on, Dittle, you're not in this league. Let Zally go past. I know you're listening.
Does Diddle watch the streams a lot?
I think so. I'm presuming he probably watched it when he was out in the leads on Friday.
Yeah. Well,
oh, look at all the time he's losing with that damage to the front wing.
Yeah, he is really falling back now. And Zally, if anything, just needs to get past his length of pass with another pass.
Has Dudsy lost it?
Yeah, he has.
Oh, Dudsy. Was there slight contact?
No damage to him. I don't know if he was around anyone. But that's gonna move Trunders into 4th and Jamie up into 5th. He said he was going last to 1st. He didn't start in last and he's not in 1st yet, but besides that, he's still having a fantastic race.
There still is a long way to go. 8 laps left in this Japanese Grand Prix. Are we going to see another safety car? I'm going to say yes.
I think it all depends on if these gaps are able to close up a little bit. Is Diddle...
Matt's into the grass!
Oh, I don't think that was damage though. I think he just hit one of those... yeah, he doesn't have any damage. He hit one of the brake markers, I believe. And it was a VSC. I think that might have caused it.
Yeah, so that was Shay losing it and bending it into a wall. No shock, the bottle job himself. So I know Shay from another league, so... Oh, as Dittle's into the pits now. So Dittle is sort of getting a free stop now under this VSC, so he should come out right behind Ivan, I think.
Around though, this is a really intelligent stop from Diddle here. I'm wondering if anyone else is going to try and take advantage. Doesn't quite look like it. Everyone has gone past. Ditzel, he's just exited now. Ivan coming down the straight, so Diddle's going to be in 9th with about 8 laps to go. 7 laps to go.
So 7 laps to go, and he's got fresh tyres compared to everyone else on used tyres. Oh. This is going to be interesting.
I'm wondering if Zally's going to be able to make a move and get...
Oh, Dudsy's got drive-through! Oh no, Dudsy!
Oh no. Jeez.
Oh god.
Yeah. You gotta be careful at the... Right at the... Oh, and Jamie just got his first penalty. He was really driving well. Had no penalties, and now that's going to hurt him a bit, although it seems everyone behind him also has them. So, it just hurts him in the fact that he is now probably not going to be able to get a podium unless he's able to force Trunders into a mistake.
Come on, Liam, use your overtake, bro. Oh, that is Trunders as well. Sorry for anyone watching in the stream. Jamie's getting really close to his rear wing. He's going to have to deploy all this overtake down into 130R. There he goes. Jamie seems to be closing with that little bit of the toe. Are we going to see him move?
Oh, not quite. He holds off. Very close to contact, but he was able to keep it away. Let's see if he can make a move down the front straight. Trunders lost a little bit of traction, had to go wide. But I think Jamie must have done the same thing because he is losing time to Trunders now. Zally is closing on Sparks, only 2 seconds back.
So we might see this 5-second penalty removed for Zally, so that'll be interesting. 2 seconds, 6 laps. Hell to leather. Sparks is still on 100% ERS.
Yeah, I'm really wondering. I saw him turn it on once for about a second. He hasn't used it since then.
Who's in the Alfa Romeo team chat? Lightning. Tell Sparks. Oh, has Ivan lost it? Oh no. Somebody needs to tell Sparks that he can use ERS. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Oh, has Matt lost it?
I think
doesn't look like
pass.
It's got damage. It's got pop.
Yeah, I think the game might just be giving us some random flags at this point.
Well, Dittle looks like he's going down the inside of Matt into the hairpin.
Sparks has gone wide, and Zally is right on the back of him now, coming out of spoon 2. Oh man, the battle for the lead, and if you're right about that penalty getting removed, then this is a battle for the lead. It does not matter about that penalty.
So Sparks is using overtake now.
Oh, he's figured it out. I'm wondering if he's going to start pulling ahead now.
I think that mistake might have gotten to him, and he's going to be a little bit more careful. Was it through spoon?
It was through spoon 1. He was very wide coming out of it, and it lost him a lot of time.
Well, it's down to 5 tenths now. 5 laps to go. Oh.
intense battle for the lead at the end of this race.
This is going to be very interesting.
Not only that, but Jamie is still trying to get past Trunders for that podium position. He could still possibly pull ahead, because he does look like he might be faster, just getting held up by the dirty air.
Yeah, I don't know if your Trunders maybe just not risk it and just let him past in case he goes for a more audacious move, and then just try and keep within that 3 seconds.
That would probably be a pretty good strategy there. You know, at the end of these races, when you don't have penalties and people around you do, it's a good idea to just.
Oh, it's just Dittle's off. Dittle's into the gravel.
Oh
no, Dittle.
Oh, and he's gotten past the Lankovas as well.
As Shea seems to have spun it again.
Shea really struggling now.
Has he got a front wing still?
He was a front runner. He was a front runner for a while. He does have his front wing, no damage it seems, as he lets the leaders past.
As Jamie is now all over the back of Trunders. He does seem to be track extending quite a lot, so looks like he may be struggling with these tyres that are 9 laps old, so he has got the 1 lap advantage over Trunders. As is Shea on the Intes, is that why he's struggling? Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie's out of ERS now. He was using it too much. He doesn't have it for the rest of the lap. So it's going to lose him a lot of time on the straight here.
Yeah. Zally's
pulling up.
Yeah. Now. Oh god. Battle for the podium. Battle for the win. As Dudsy's serving his drive through now. Probably the last lap he could do so. And Lankovas is all over the back of Matt, so Lankovas has gained all that time back that he lost in the pit lane doing that 5 second and the wing change. Is he going to...
He's up into 8th now.
Yeah, so... Could we see Lankovas in the maybe P7, P6?
I could see him getting there.
It is a long way. It's 7 seconds to P6 in...
Oh, you must remember though, he doesn't have penalties and those guys in front of him do.
True.
So he's already, I believe with those penalties, he's up into 7th. If he can get a little bit closer to Ivan, then that'll change. And Zally's starting to fall back from Sparks now. It looks like he might have had his chance. I don't know if he still has the pace to keep up. Oh, he's really starting to struggle now.
Yeah.
Sparks is pulling away.
Maybe if he's just preserving his tyres, maybe they were overheating a little bit too much from sitting right behind the car.
Yeah, you do have to worry about that, especially in the rain with this dirty air. You're going to be ruining your tyres.
Jamie is out of ERS, by the way.
Yeah,
who's that?
He is not managed well.
Yellow flag in sector 2?
I'm not sure. I don't see anyone off. Jamie's right on the back of Trunders now. This might be the move. He doesn't have any ERS though.
No.
So yeah, he's gonna. Trunders is pulling away. Jamie just needs to know how to manage that ERS because he's not managing it well right now.
A little bit on the straights. I think that would have been the move if he had more ERS. Like Trunders has got 30% more than him. As we've got Lankovas going for a move on the back of Matt. Matt moves over, 2 wide into turn 1. Lankovas on the inside, gets the move done.
Oh, great move. Great move. It's daring to go down the inside like that. I think Thawed was actually spun out by Prime at the beginning of the race because he tried to make that move yesterday. That was a fantastic move by Lankovas to get up into 7th place and now give him a chance to catch up to Ivan in 6th.
So let's see if he can do so. Shea looks like he was in the pits again.
Yeah, he's now at least lap down.
Jamie is all over the back of Trunders right now.
He wants this podium.
I think it's going to come down to the 3 seconds.
Yeah, it might. He's just taking too long to get past him unless he's able to force Trunders into a mistake that forces him to take a penalty. I don't know how many track extensions he has. As Jamie's still using his overtake, he's just not saving it.
So Jamie is currently on 0% of ERS while Trunders on 44. If I was Jamie right now, I probably wouldn't have used it. And he's going for a late dive into the corner!
Wow!
Misses the complete
What
corner.
a move!
He's only got 13%. Are we going to? I think Trunders is going to come straight back past him.
Yeah, Trunders is going to have the ERS. Well, he doesn't. Yeah, there he goes. Is he going to force Trunders to the outside? He is. He wants the inside line. Trunders not. Oh, he's all the way past him now. Jamie used a little bit of grass there. And Trunders is going to get that position back. And yeah, that's just inexperience from Jamie, not knowing how to use his ERS. He used way too much of it to get past. And Trunders was able to very easily get right past him again.
Yeah, he needs to sort of save it up, as Trunders seems to go a little bit wide through the S section. Jamie is all over the back of him, as Dittel has now got past Matt as well. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, and Matt goes off into the cross. Oh,
Dittel is going to give the position back, I think. Yeah.
Very respectful driving from the Williams and the McLaren, as the other Williams of Jamie is still all over the back of Trunders, and he looks like he's going for a late dive into the hairpin.
Is there contact? I think there might have been contact, but he holds the position nonetheless, and now he's using overtake now. This is just really not a great place to use it. He is slightly pulling away, but when we hit this back straight, he is going to get absolutely taken away.
As
Trunders...
Lankervest and Ivan, so Ivan's just let Lankervest pass. So Lankervest is now up in 6th now, only 2 seconds behind BMW, and catching by ridiculous amounts.
That's a Lankervest. You thought he was going to be in 6th place. He's essentially in 5th right now.
As
although but he's spun. Ooh, wow. He's held on to it though. Oh, Zali's right on the back of Sparks now. I didn't even notice, but he's caught up.
And Sparks is using the ERS. Which battle do you watch?
I don't know, man. This is tough.
Oh, is Trunders going past? Yep. So Jamie.
He's got to get. Yeah, he just hasn't learned his lesson.
Dittel's
out of the race.
Dittel and Matt came together, I think. Oh no, we're not going to get any VSC or safety car for that.
Yeah, so battles for
the lead
and for 3rd place right now.
Yeah.
Right at the end of this race, 2 laps to go, more like a lap and a half now. Jamie, he's still not saving it off. For the last 5-6 laps, he's been on about 20% ERS. Just hasn't learned his lesson.
Or as he's touching all over the back.
He's
getting really impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's gone for another dive. Really late dive. Nah.
And he spun. Jeez, yeah, that's just inexperience right there.
There was no need to go for a move into that corner. But now we've got the battle of Zali and Sparks. Whew. Sparks has still got his full battery.
Yeah, Zali is really having to push hard just to keep up with him.
So he is closing. Sparks is using overtake, but he's not really pulling away. It looks like Sparks may be going for that wet setup. Not really that fast in a straight line. Is Sparks going to get him out of the final corner? He's all over the back of his gearbox.
Oh, Sparks is not using overtake, but Zali is. Oh, Zali doesn't quite have the run here. He's using as much of the slipstream as possible, but he's not going to be able to get past unless he dives into the first corner. He's going to stick behind him. Sparks gets a much better entrance. But yeah, I don't know. Zali was using his overtakes. Sparks wasn't, and he was still not able to get past him.
So Lankervas is now up into 5th, so we have missed that, unfortunately, watching the battle for 1st position. So he has exceeded my expectations.
And he might, I mean, I don't think he's fast enough to catch up to Jamie, but if Jamie continues to struggle, he could.
It is the last lap. Maybe we might see something.
A Lando type situation?
Yeah.
Last lap Lankovas?
Yeah, he only needs to close. He only needs to be within 3 seconds of Jamie.
So Zali starting to fall back a bit of Sparks. I'm wondering if he's trying to save. Sparks still has almost 100%.
Oh, Jamie's got
Jamie
another.
Just got another penalty, and that's going to put Lankovas up into 4th. And it might put BMW pretty close as well if he's able to pick up. Oh no, he has a 3-second penalty.
So coming onto the back straight, Sparks 7 tenths ahead. Zali is using all his overtakes, so is Sparks. Looks like he might have the move done. Are we going to see a late dive into the final chicane? Looks like he's way too far back to go for a move.
Not quite.
But
So it was a good effort by Zali, just not enough, but still a fantastic run from him to get second place.
So to pick up his second win in Division 3, Sparks crossed the line in first position. Great drive from him. Wow. Led it from the start. Chunders comes across the line to finish in P3. Jamie's next up to cross the line in P4, but with that time penalty, we're going to see Lankovas get promoted into 4th place. Maybe BMW stays in 6th. Then Ivan.
And Dudsy will cross, but I believe he's going to end up finishing at least behind Matt with all of those penalties that he's got.
Yeah, so Matt's next across the line, and Matt goes up into 8th. That's Dudsy down in 9th, and Shay, the last one to cross the line, unfortunately, are a lap down.
A rather unfortunate race for him. He was a front runner for a while and just couldn't keep up. He spins into the wall to end it.
Great finish from him. Wow, what an exciting race. Yeah.
That was an exciting race. Lankovas, unsurprisingly, gets driver of the day. He had a great run from the back all the way up to 4th place, I believe.
I would say my driver of the day has to be Sparks, man. Led it from lap 1, led every single lap of the race, and won the race.
Absolutely balling up there. I don't know if he even got past. I think Diddle was close. I don't know if he ever actually got past him, though.
I don't think so.
But you gotta wonder, that first safety car really hindered Diddle in the fact that when it happened, Diddle was closing very quickly on Sparks, and it kind of slowed everyone down and let them get a tire advantage, or lose a tire advantage, really. And at that point, I think Diddle just didn't have the pace to keep up with Sparks on fresh tires.
Yeah, so that's going to end it here for us, guys. That was Celeritas Division 3 Round 2. I've been Pricey.
This is Branch.
And thank you for joining us. We might be back next week. We haven't fully decided yet, but after that, I think we might be. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later, guys.